right, we want to welcome everybody tonight. We're so glad that you've joined us. One of the things that we're most excited about with our company, Vfinity, is that we teach people how to find their joy. And it's not just through the products that we offer, the family of products that are designed to work together, but it's because there are so many other aspects of wellness that we can incorporate into our lives one day, one moment at a time. And so we're grateful that you joined us tonight, because tonight is going to be talking about how we can help you find your joy and what that means. So myself, Jill, and Lisa, you see in that picture there, we're all going to be on here tonight to help you guys understand more about why that's the case. So let's go on to the next slide. You know, one of the things that joy means probably something different to everybody a little bit, but it's that feeling. It's that feeling of goodness. It's the feeling of happiness or felicity, as it says in this definition. I'm not even sure what felicity means, but there's an emotion when you find success, or you're just feeling good about yourself, or whatever the case may be. And it's awesome. It's something we all want to find. You know, I often have asked new friends, I'm like, when was the last time you felt joy, like authentic, genuine joy? And it's amazing to me how many people, their answer is like, they have to really think about it. And I think we get caught up in life and we just move through all the motions, and we're not truly being present and finding joy. So one of the reasons we love joy at Vfinity is because, you know, when you think about that feeling good, you know, when we think about our physical bodies, feeling good in your body is everything. And I made a quick list of all the reasons why, not just the products, but the practices that we teach people, lifestyle basics, and the camaraderie of community that we create for people, all the different ways in which we can help you find joy as we move into the month of July and summer's in full force. Number one, it's self-image. Feel better about how you feel in terms of looking at yourself in the mirror and the success you've had in that way. Energy levels, what would it feel like to have more energy? What about an ability to move like you want to move and feel vibrant and not feel like you're like racing against the clock in terms of when am I going to run out of energy? Great skin, great hair, great nails. That's what wellness does. Good digestion. You're not thinking about your gut all the time and whether or not you feel good or don't feel good related to digestion. Aches, pains, inflammation, all of these things in a wellness regimen that helps reduce all those. It's like, what would it feel like not to have aches? What about better sleep? Waking up feeling rested. I don't know about you, but that brings me joy in the morning when I feel rested. And of course, you know, really simple. When you have clean energy because you're eating clean food, when you're making the right choices for your body, whether it's some of the choices that we talk about in terms of, you know, how we can eat and in what way we can eat, it makes all the difference in the world. Confidence in your body. I know that sounds crazy, but when you can put on clothes and you're not thinking about how they're fitting you and how it feels, it makes all the difference. That's joy. Being proud of yourself because you made a commitment to yourself. Being part of a community of people that are all like-minded, working with each other, locking arms to help people find it. There's joy in community. More peace because of different things that you're doing to like be present to the moment. There's things that we teach you about that. Self-integrity, feeling good because you made a decision and stuck to it. And every time you make that decision and you find success, you're finding more joy in the fact that you feel good about doing something for yourself and self-care. And then of course, last but not least, you know, as we band together to do this, we want people to find a different way of life that is totally encompassing what it feels like to be well, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and with community. So we're so glad that you've joined us for this, because this is what we're going to talk about. I'm going to hand it over to Jill Lafon, an incredible coach, mentor to so many, a brilliant mind when it comes to wellness and making it practical and applying it to actual life, and how people have found success, and she's led so many people to that. So Jill, take over and let's go over the next thing.
Dr. Paul, I would be remiss if I didn't say listening to you brings me joy.
You're sweet.
I smile every time, I hear you, share, because you share from your heart with such passion. And I love that about you. So thank you so much. Hey, everybody. My name is Jill. I lost 30 pounds over 6 months, over 3 years ago with Vfinity. I've been maintaining that. That brought me joy. All those things Dr. Paul just talked about, being able to walk into my closet and my clothes, all my cute clothes fit, and, getting back blood work, after a well visit, and all my numbers are great. And very recently, I had my first colonoscopy, and I will tell you, I was joyful when I saw pictures of my beautiful colon. And everyone laughs when I say that, but my colon was beautiful. It was pink, it was healthy. There was no diverticular disease. That's something that you don't get to see every day. We can see our wellness on the outside, but in terms of our inside, and those things are so important. And at Vfinity, we have Wellness Your Way. It's a combination of lifestyle basics and our products. And Dr. Paul's going to talk about why they help us on this journey and why they help bring joy. But it's also about the support. And that is the thing that makes us so different. We have built an amazing wellness community. We have these Facebook Lives. We have some great support groups. We have this cheat sheet, which most of it I have grayed out here. You can find it at vfinity.com wellness/cheat sheet. And this is Wellness Your Way. And this is just intended to kind of give you a big, in one page, something you can print out and put on your refrigerator or carry it in your pocketbook for when you go to the grocery store, because there's a food list on here, kind of a track to run on. You pick and you plan how you want to chart out your wellness journey, make it fit your life. And that's why thousands and thousands of people are having success with this plan, because it's not one size fits all. So let's go ahead and go on to that next slide. I want to invite you all to join us at Vfinity Share Good Health support room. This is where we all come together and we are helping each other. We have a fun water challenge going on for the next 3.5 days. We started it 2 days ago. Our owners, Deanna and Alex Eliashevsky, they do a ton to support everybody here. Individual leaders have support rooms as well. There's just so much support, and we invite you to join us here. Even if you're not a customer yet, come on in, see what we're doing, see how we're helping each other, because this is the magic. Of course, our products are amazing and wonderful, but the magic is in the people behind this company and how we lock arms with you, and we help you to find that joy again, help you feel better. I want everyone to have a colon as beautiful as me. I have a hard time saying that without laughing, but I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Dr. Paul, come on back and let's chat about these lifestyle basics.
I'm so happy that you wish everybody to have a great colon like you. That makes me happy. That brings me joy. And I would love that for everybody, truth be told. So, so the next slide is about our, what we call lifestyle basics at a glance. And this is, when you talk about support, community, that brings joy. We need people. People are social animals and we need that. But also we all have this opportunity every day to make choices that support our lifestyle in terms of a wellness lifestyle. And we teach people very simple things that they can do that doesn't have to do with products or anything like that, but we really want people to make these choices for wellness. And one of them happens to be intermittent fasting. We've gone over these in great depth in earlier lives, but intermittent fasting, it's like keeping your eating window to an 8-hour window. Why that brings me joy is because I don't have to think about food except for 2 or 3 times a day during that 8-hour window. The rest of the time I can do all the other things that I love to do. That brings me joy. Journaling, a gratitude practice, whatever that might be. It can be amazing what you can do, but even journaling your food journal, when you look back at your journal and you're like, wow, it brings me joy. Look at all the smart choices I made that day. That was so good for me. And then of course there's a way of eating where you just change the different foods you eat based on what would be more supportive and healthy in terms of a healthy lifestyle. And that makes all the difference when you start making those choices and start to feel better. Exercise, we all know that when we move, we feel better after the fact. And when we don't move, we wish we would have, because we want to feel good about ourselves instead of being down on ourselves. Peace practice brings joy. I don't know about you, but if I have a 20-minute meditation session afterwards for the next 6 hours, I'm in heaven. I just feel really good. So that's joy. Of course, drinking your weight in water. There's something to be said about how good it feels to know when you've had too much water that you're having to use the restroom all the time to pee, because that means you're well hydrated and your tissues and cells are happy. So that brings me joy. Anyway, lifestyle basics are little things. Some people choose one and they'll do it for a month, and then they'll add a second one, they'll do it for a month, and then they keep adding and adding, and 6 and 7 and 8 months later, they're in a totally different place in terms of how they show up in the world and their presence to life and the joy that they have. So I'm so glad we have this part of the spectrum of what we teach people about wellness. And so we're going to go on to the next slide, and this is about the product. So between support, the lifestyle basics, and products, this is all encompassing wellness. And what I love the products for so many different reasons, but we've done, again, more in-depth Facebook Lives, but let's start, going through each quick product, why it can bring you joy. Vbiotic, it helps with bloating, helps your pooping habits. And we're going to say that because she was talking about her colon anyway. So what's it matter? And then you feel better. And so you can sleep. But Vbiotic, it supports your gut in so many healthy ways. The next is our V2 greens. If you're like me, it brings me joy that I don't have to eat 5 bowls of different kinds of greens and things, because I don't do greens very well at all. Maybe iceberg lettuce, but that doesn't count. So, V2 greens makes me happy. I could actually have it in a really nice, simple way, whether it's water or my smoothie, and it brings me joy knowing I'm getting my 5 servings of all the greens and the phytonutrients that make all the difference. The dose. I mean, if you want better sleep, better hair, better nails, immunity support, digestion, it is the central cog in my wheel in terms of supplementation. So it brings me joy knowing that I'm covering the bases that way. And then we have our V1 smoothie. Who doesn't love a meal replacement that has your full RDA, vitamins and minerals with the right kind of ingredients, whether it's grass-fed, it's obviously grass-fed whey protein and we have collagen and all this other stuff in there too. But it's incredible because for me, it brings me joy. I don't have to think about cooking because I don't cook. And I can have a great meal replacement that tastes great, or a snack in the middle of the day that's going to be calorie efficient. That brings me joy. You want appetite control? That brings me joy because I see something, I'm like, why does that not look yummy to me? It brings me joy that I can make a decision to walk away. The V3 formula is also there for, just helping our brains understand what it feels like to be in a good mood and give us energy. Energy brings joy. Our keto perk brings me joy every morning at 5 a.m. when I know I'm about to have my first sip of healthy fat to fuel my brain, and the little boost that the caffeine and all the grass-fed butter and Celtic sea salt gives me in that. And then last but not least, everybody wants their body to be more balanced in homeostasis, whether it's inflammation or sleep or anxiety or whatever the case may be. And our hemp oil is an incredible part of bringing balance to people, which also brings joy. So the product family is there to bring joy. Everybody uses what they want, how they want. We love it when people jump right in and make all the bases go straight to wellness from a physiology standpoint. And so we're just happy that you've joined us to learn about those three components: the community, which is the support; the amazing product family, which brings us joy in so many ways and makes it easier to make wellness choices; and then our lifestyle basics, which just add on to the quality of our lives, and the people that we get to spend time with start to notice it. So I'm going to hand it back over to Jill and Lisa to talk about something really special. Go ahead,
Thank you,
guys.
Dr. Paul. Let's go ahead and move to that next slide. One of our friends that have joined us on this journey is Lisa DeVoren. She's lost 25 pounds over 6 months. She's been maintaining that for like a year and a half, 2 years now. She's literally aging in reverse. She eliminated over aches and pains she had for over 20 years. So that alone, I know, has brought her joy. But we invited her to come on tonight so that she could chat with us just for a minute to share a little bit about her experience. And I'm going to bring you on, Lisa, just by asking, right off the top, how do you feel with everything that you've experienced in the past couple of years on this journey?
Hey, Jill, thank you. So how do I feel? I feel great. I feel alive, and I'm excited for the future, right? Kids are grown and it is time to have fun. And like you said, if you asked me a couple of years ago, I was frightened looking forward. I went to my doctor, I was putting on 2 to 3 pounds every year, and she told me that was normal. So, just get used to it. And I was coming home from work and on the couch and full of aches and pains. And I was truly frightened for a decade or 2 decades for the future. But that's different now. I feel alive and I feel complete joy. So I am really grateful for that.
That's awesome, Lisa. And I know you just got back some blood work and you were really pleased with that blood work. You want to just comment on that real quick for a second?
I was, and I will tell you that actually going to the doctor, I don't have any anxiety anymore. Even as I get older, I'm pretty confident that the results are going to be good. And that's a really good feeling. And part of that is because I just did meet with my doctor. I did have blood work. I said, test everything that insurance will pay for. And so it was very thorough, inflammation, the heart, kidney function, liver, everything, almost everything was in the optimal level. And, when I was going through it with my doctor, a lot of times those results are in ranges based on your age. And I said, is this for my age? And he said, no, it's for all adults, which really brought me joy. Okay. Because, getting close to 60 at this age. So I'm very happy about that and grateful for this plan.
So much so. And we're grateful that you're here. You've been, you jumped in I shouldn't even say jumped in, you were a very skeptical, we'll call you a prospect, because you looked at it for like 6 months, a year. And then, tried one product, tried another product, and now you're sharing it. Now you're doing these Facebook Lives with us. And I'm so proud of everything you've accomplished, personally and health-wise. So thanks for being here for that. What would you tell others that are watching this and thinking, what is all this about? What would you tell them?
I would absolutely tell them to jump in and try it. I mean, what do you have to lose? Some weight? What do you have to gain? Great health. So I would definitely tell them to just jump in and try it. One of the things I want to say too is that, we are having our 40th reunion this summer, and I can't wait. I was looking at pictures from the 35th, and I can't wait to replace them with the 40th, which is crazy, but it's true. So, Jill, Dr. Paul and I work together and we'll lock arms and can help anybody.
Awesome. Thank you, Lisa. Dr. Paul, what would you say? You're beaming, smiling from ear to ear as Lisa's talking.
Yeah,
What would you
I
share?
just I love Lisa's story because number one, it's Lisa, and I've watched her shift and change and her confidence grow, all these things. And when she talks about having aches and pains for years, she means it. It was like it totally impacted life. And there's something to be said about the joy. For someone that has never done gratitude practice, for example, starting your day with gratitude can just shift your energy to a point where you start to make different choices in the day for yourself. And so what we're here to do, whether it's one product or one lifestyle basic or one shift in food, it's like you create this like vortex that continues to go up and up and up. And when you start to see your joy increase a little bit, it compounds on itself. In the same way, all the negative choices we might make or negative self-talk and all those things go the opposite direction. So we're here to help people create that magic of what it means to feel joy. And sometimes it takes one little step just to start that journey. And we're here wherever anybody is to start them on their journey if they're willing and they want to make a change. It doesn't have to be a big change. It can be a massive change if you wanted to, if you're all or none like me, but it can also just be one thing that starts that process and gets that vortex moving the right direction. When Lisa has her blood work, she's not afraid, because guess what? Even if something did come back off or weird or strange, guess what? She already knows she can totally turn around the clock in terms of aging and turn around her blood work and turn around her pains and aches. The body's amazing. And we're here to help people tap into the potential that they have, not just from a mental space, but from a physiological space and an emotional space. So we're just glad that you joined us. But that's what Lisa, just thank you for being an incredible example of what it means to find joy and expound on it through the process of connecting with others that you care about.
Thank you, Dr. Paul. So, I would just tell you that, we're not medical professionals. We're not offering, promises. These products don't cure, treat, diagnose any ailment or illnesses. But what we're seeing from the folks who jump in, they make some simple lifestyle changes. They take some of the products, they shift their way of eating to a cleaner way. We're watching amazing things happen. The stories are countless, and everyone feels great. So I would just say, give us 30 days. Our plan could jumpstart your journey, and it could really change your life. We're going to be doing a challenge here in the next, starting in July, Find Your Joy in July. So stay tuned for, some announcements on that. Join that Vfinity Share Good Health support room. We'll be announcing it all there in the next couple days. We're doing a couple extra Facebook Lives in the month of July. We're going to be doing weekly Tuesday night calls, I think, for everybody who's joining us, who wants to jump on. Just join us, because we're creating joy in our lives, and we would love to share this and spread this with you. Just get back with whoever invited you to this Facebook Live tonight, and I'll help you get started. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.